When I do a master class, I'm very much hopeful that the student is going to go away with certain principles that they can develop for themselves, to find a way of expressing themselves in a way that befits whatever their musical ideas and aspirations are.
I was just thinking as you were playing, you've been here the entire time of the festival? So you've probably heard, I don't know, 30 cellists playing one time or another. So when you think about that experience, what is it that strikes you that you'll go away and think about, having heard 30 different cellists?
Well, that's a great experience, and it's really that everybody is so different.
Well, and I didn't tell her. That's exactly. Everyone is so different. The way they approach, physically, the way they sit, the relationship to the instrument, holding the bow, angle of the hand, left hand, all different. And all that adds up to, I would suggest, 30 very different characters. So I'm just asking myself, what could you do perhaps to bring even more character to it? And one thing definitely that struck me was how important the relationship of upbeat to downbeat is in this movement. In much of music we look at, of course, that. But here you begin with those two Ds. And I have to say they sounded pretty much the same to me. I was hoping you were going to do something to draw our attention to that character and how you might show us that in your phrasing, in the stress you bring. I mean, it has to be your answer to what it is. I'm just suggesting the situation that maybe we could look at. It reminds me a little bit a story that actually a colleague here told me once of Piatigorsky when he was a very young man, and he became, at the age of 22, the solo cellist of the Berlin Philharmonic Orchestra. And shortly after he assumed the post, Chaliapin, the great Russian singer, came to sing. And seemingly Piatigorsky had always idolized Chaliapin. And so he seized the opportunity to go and introduce himself and to say to him how much he had always, since, I think he said something like, since I was a little boy, you have been my idol. And every morning I take my cello from my case and I sit down and I try to sing like you. And seemingly, and this is the apocryphal part of the story, Chaliapin replied, "You poor fellow. Don't sing, speak." So it's a great story, and I think there's a great message to it. You played very beautifully the two Ds. You sang them beautifully. But for me, you didn't speak them. Let's play with that for a moment. Okay, look. Let me play, I love doing this. We're going to do a duet. So I'm going to play the upbeat, and you respond as you feel would be natural to whatever. I did something, I hope, I tried, inside the sound of the D as I went through the upbeat. And you didn't respond to it. Okay, let's try again. Was I okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's reverse roles again then. Here we go. Good. Oh, yes. Okay. That was great. That was great. Because now you responded to what was happening. Okay, so now you do the whole thing.
She has this wonderful personality, this kind of big heart, big, I mean, anybody who meets him feels this, I think. I always did. And he has this very positive, smiley energy. And it makes you feel very much kind of relaxed, and the whole atmosphere is affected by this. So, of course, without him, I can't imagine all these people coming to Manchester.